2021 saw the end of Red Bull's partnership with engine producers Honda after the Japanese manufacturer began powering the Red Bull-owned teams in 2018. The previous 3 seasons had not been what Honda were hoping for, but knowing that 2021 was their last season in the sport for now, Honda made a big push to once again experience the glory of another world title. This paid off with Max Verstappen's controversial win in Abu Dhabi, producing a Honda-powered world champion for the first time since Ayrton Senna in 1991. So, with Honda's exit from the sport, Red Bull decided to take over Honda's engine department, creating their own engine manufacturing facility, which the team had not had in their entire time in Formula One. Red Bull smartly decided that they should look to recruit for their new department for the best engine developer in F1, Mercedes. They have been pretty open about the fact that they're looking to use experienced personnel to build out their new engine subdivision. Toto Wolff revealed last May that Red Bull had approached around 100 engine staff, with around 15 moving over. Red Bull are also looking to poach staff from Mercedes because they have never built an engine in the team's time in Formula One, and having been in F1 for 17 seasons, 2022 will be the first as their own engine supplier through the creation of Red Bull Powertrains. As they have little experience on hand in the engine producing side of F1, they need to look externally for employees with experience in Formula One engine development. So, they would obviously look to the team with the best engine on the grid, and over the last decade, that has definitely been Mercedes. If we go back more than a decade, Red Bull did experience dominance in the early 2010s, but since the move to the hybrid era, Mercedes have always been the superior team, winning 7 of the last 8 world championships. Only Ferrari have really been able to get close to the performance of the Silver Arrow in the hybrid era before this season, and Ferrari's engine development practices were sanctioned by the FIA. Mercedes were able to develop the hybrid engines much better than any other team and have dominated because of their consistent power advantage. So, it is hardly surprising that Red Bull want to hire some of the key staff who helped Mercedes to achieve such heights. Red Bull Powertrains was formed in February 2021, and it did not take long for Red Bull to start recruiting some of Mercedes' engine department. On April 23rd last year, they announced the hiring of Ben Hodgkinson as technical director for Red Bull Powertrains. Hodgkinson has been with Mercedes since August 2001 and is currently their head of mechanical engineering. After a very drawn-out process, the two teams agreed that Hodgkinson would be released of his contract with Mercedes to join Red Bull on the 24th of May later this year. Hodgkinson had been head of mechanical engineering for Mercedes Powertrains since 2017, heading up a department which produced 5 constructors' title-winning engines over the last 5 years. A couple of weeks after the announcement of Hodgkinson, 5 more former Mercedes Power Unit employees made the move over to Red Bull Powertrains. Those 5 include 4 current Mercedes Powertrain employees. Steve Blewett will become Red Bull's Power Unit Production Director, Omid Mashtaghimi will become Head of Powertrains Electronics and ERS. Red Bull has also taken Pip Claude and Steve Brody, who will be Head of Mechanical Design ERS and Group Lead of ICE Operations. Anton Mayo is the 5th addition, having previously worked for Mercedes. Mayo will become Red Bull Powertrains Head of Power Unit Design. Red Bull have clearly gone with the strategy to line senior positions with former Mercedes executives. Christian Horner said that Red Bull Powertrains will only achieve success by bringing in the best and brightest talent. It is part of the reason why there have been rumors of Red Bull looking at Andy Cowell for a senior position. Cowell was in charge of Mercedes engines from 2013 to 2020. Cowell oversaw Mercedes changing to hybrid engines, and his Mercedes engines powered 12 world titles in 6 years. Cowell left Mercedes in June 2020, seeking a new challenge. Could that challenge be with Red Bull? By all accounts, it seems unlikely, but it would suit Red Bull's recruitment strategy. Red Bull dominated the first 4 seasons of the last decade with Sebastian Vettel unstoppable on his way to becoming one of the elite drivers on 4 titles. But They had struggled since 2014 when hybrid engines were introduced and just never seemed to have the engine to compete with Mercedes throughout the hybrid era until this year. Red Bull's lack of engine performance was clear and plain to see. Year after year, they would produce innovative cars with downforce and aerodynamics unmatched, but they were never able to compete with Mercedes' straight-line speed because they did not have control of their own engine development. When Red Bull joined Formula One in 2005, they used Cosworth engines for their first season and Ferrari engines for their second season. But 2007 began a long partnership with Renault as Red Bull's engine provider. Renault did produce 4 title-winning engines from 2010 to 2013, but they struggled with the move to hybrid engines. The Renault engines consistently held back the Red Bull cars. This relationship produced a very public breakup in 2018, with Red Bull being unhappy about the performance of the Renault engines and how little they were consulted during the design and production of the engines. Christian Horner wanted more power when it came to engine decisions, which is why they went with Honda. Honda were happy to be much more accommodating with Red Bull. So now that Red Bull have the creation of their own in-house engine division, they have much more sustainability in the sport. With the new engine regulation freeze, means that Honda will develop and manufacture the engines for the 2022 season, and these same engines will be used until the end of 2024, and Red Bull will be tasked with maintaining these Honda engines. Red Bull was one of the teams pushing for the engine freeze, clearly knowing that the freeze would give them more time to deal with Honda leaving the sport. Having full control of their engine development will help them gather a lot more respect and even intimidate some of the other teams on the Formula One grid. The other 2 most successful teams of this century are both engine manufacturers in Ferrari and Mercedes. Both of these benefit from the fact that they can design their car around the engine. Red Bull have previously had to wait for Renault to finish the engine for them to design their car. The main aim, however, of Red Bull Powertrains Ltd. is for the long-term development of Red Bull Racing. In 3 years' time, there will be another massive engine change. The 2025 engines are set to have a massively increased electric component. The engines will still be in the V6 format, but they are going to be very different to the current engines. The big suggestion about the engines is that they would abandon the use of MGU-H because it is too expensive to build. These engines will also need to run on much more sustainable fuels, running on 100% sustainable fuels by 2025. Formula One is looking to try to reduce its carbon footprint by making the cars more electric-based and having more sustainable fuels, implementing sustainable practices. Red Bull understands that Formula One will be making big changes in the near future, and they look like they have learned from the mistakes made when the rules changed in 2014 and they were left behind. Now, with their own on-site engine and powertrains facility, it looks set up to produce some very powerful engines in the future. Do you think Red Bull will have the fastest engine in 2022? Let us know what you think, and as always, if you enjoyed the content, please don't forget to subscribe. Bye-bye.